Hey guys, my name is Lily and today I want to make a video about my vegetables garden and why I'm really happy that I went through all of the hard work to set up my raised beds, my greenhouse, and that I took the time to plant many plants from seeds this year. So as you guys know, we are in the midst of an inflationary crisis. Food prices have soared and some believe that we will face a apocalyptic food crisis pretty soon. So that's because of either lack of food or because everything is getting so expensive that people cannot afford food anymore. And what I found really shocking was that 1/4 of every Briton right now is skipping meals because they cannot afford food anymore. And I also read in the newspaper that some kids get food poisoning because parents turn off the refrigerator during the night because they want to save money on electricity. So that's really sad and shocking and very concerning to me. When I come home and take a look at my vegetables garden here, then I'm really happy that I've planted so many vegetables and tomatoes. Here I have a couple of tomatoes left that I haven't planted yet, and these are going to some friends. They just have set up their raised beds and yeah, they are getting them today. So I'm really happy when I can help out some friends and neighbors by giving them some free plants. Now right now in Austria you would pay about €4 for this kind of tomato plant. And all of these tomato plants were almost for free for me because I have raised them from seeds. And yes, I paid about €10 for the seed packages, but in future I don't have to buy seed packages anymore because these are actually heirloom seeds and heirloom plants. So I will just take the seeds from the tomatoes and then I can plant them for free again next year. Yeah, anyway, what I wanted to say is that if you want to buy this plant now in the store, it will cost you about €4. And I've planted 26 tomato plants this year, which I have raised from seeds. So 26 by €4 is a little bit of over €100 that I've saved by raising my own tomatoes. And that's pretty good. But also, one tomato plant is going to give you about 12.5 kilograms of harvest average. Of course it depends on the variety, so some tomatoes give you more harvest and others give you less, but on average you can say that a good tomato plant which is healthy gives you about 12.5 kilograms in the year. So I will harvest about 325 kilograms of tomatoes this year, and those 325 kilograms are organic tomatoes because I'm not using any artificial fertilizer, nor am I using any toxic pesticides. So I am raising organic tomatoes, and 1 kilogram of organic tomatoes in the store costs about €5 right now, or even more. So if you take 325 kilograms of tomatoes, organic ones, and you multiply this by €5, that's I believe more than €1,600 in harvest that I'm saving on tomatoes. So I'm really happy that I'm saving so much money on my tomatoes and also on my other vegetables. Okay, so here we are inside of my greenhouse. At the left side you can see that I've planted some strawberries, and inside of here they ripe like 2 or 3 weeks earlier than the ones that I planted outside. So here we already have red strawberries on the shrubs. Outside they are still green, but inside we have been harvesting red ones for about a week now. Then here at the left side you can see some pepper plants, and those are actually really small. So when I did the sowing in springtime it was really cold, so this is why my plants are still very small. Then here we have some special onions. I think those are spring onions that are growing. Here I have 6 more pepper plants. This is my lettuce. And here I got more tomato plants. And this one here is a zucchini Now let's check out the outside here. So here you can see some parsnip. This is lettuce. Here we have leek. Then here we have a small spot with carrots. This is, what is this? Here we have some fennel plant. Now here we have a couple of kohlrabi plants. Then here on this side I have a little bit of a herb garden. So this is chamomile. This is peppermint here. Yeah, and this is where the raised bed with the tomatoes is this year. So here in this raised bed I planted 10 tomatoes of different kinds. Let's see which one is the best. Here I have sown, let me see. Oh yeah, this is a special onion again. It's a leek onion. Yeah, and then also I planted some lettuces in between the tomato plants because I am going to prune my tomato plants very heavily. So I'm removing all of the leaves from the bottom, like that. And every week I'm going to remove one more leaf. And this way I will get a bare stem up to here and even higher. So you really want to prune your tomatoes, remove the suckers and remove the last leaf, like that. And then you get really nice plants which are looking like trees, tall trees, and you will get a lot of fruit. And removing the suckers is the most important thing. So because I'm pruning the tomatoes, the lettuce here will have enough of light to grow to a full size. Okay, then here there's another raised bed with tomatoes. Here I got 10 more. And also I had a composting pile right here, but then it killed my raspberry that was growing here. So I had to get a new one, and then I planted it right here at the same spot. And you won't believe what a raspberry will cost at the store. So one plant will cost you about 8 euros, and that's insane and crazy. Alright, then here at the side I have planted a couple of herbs. So here we have basil, we have chive, we have oregano and marjoram. And then here at this side we have more strawberries, and here we got some onions. More onions here. This is some kale. Then here I have planted some sugar peas. And this is my zucchini plant. And yeah, if you're wondering what this thing is here, this is a direct composting system. So this is where our kitchen scraps go. And this container here actually has some holes at the bottom so that worms can enter the container and exit the container whenever they want to. Yeah, and here I have more strawberries. Then I have a couple of celery plants. This is stem celery. Then this here is coriander. It's growing really well. Then here I have more strawberries. And last but not least, I would like to show you my blueberries. And this shrub is doing really good. So if you take a look, you can see a ton of blueberries on here. So these are my blueberries this year. And they are really expensive in the store, so it really pays off to grow them. Now, another horror story that I heard is that strawberries have risen in price pretty much. So I heard that in Germany they now go for 7 to 8 euros per 500 gram of strawberries, which is insane. So the price has really gone up, and that's another reason why I'm really happy that I've planted so many strawberries for us. Alright guys, so this is my veggie garden this year, and I'm so happy that I have it right now because food prices are insane. It's not normal anymore, and I don't think it will become better anytime soon. So if you have the opportunity to make a couple of raised beds, fill them up with dirt and soil, then just do it. It's an easy prep. Everybody can be a gardener. It's not as difficult as it might sound. You just have to make sure that you have a good soil for your plants. Especially tomatoes need that, because tomatoes, they need a lot of nutrition to produce such a high volume of tomatoes. So make sure that you get some really good soil, because tomatoes, they don't grow inside of a lawn. The soils of lawn is not very nutritious. It's actually very depleted, and that's the reason why only grass is growing on it and some weeds. But if you just take a tomato plant and make a hole in your lawn, it's not going to grow. So you need good soil, and it takes years to build up very good soil from compost, but the easier and quicker way is just buying some good soil in the store. And this is what I've done with those raised beds. So I think I spent like 400 euros just for the soil inside of this raised beds here. And I know this is quite an investment, but now it's paying back, and I'm actually making more money than all of this has cost me. Alright, so I think that we are living in difficult times, and also I think if you have the space in your garden to build a couple of raised beds, then go ahead and do it now, because this might be a money and a lifesaver to you and your family. Alright guys, so this is it for today. I really want to thank you for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Stay tuned till next time.